Hi, Charlie here. By now, everyone has heard of the secretive base located in the Nevada desert. When you think of Area 51, many think of aliens and UFOs. And there are many mysteries surrounding this base because no one's allowed in. But over the decades, we've found out enough info to know what the daily life of an Area 51 employee is like. Today we're going to go through this bizarre daily schedule which will blow your mind. So, are you ready to start your new job working at America's most secretive place? You wake up at around 7 AM, and you'll be living in the Las Vegas area. You could be living in the suburbs or even the city. But fear not, you don't need to drive hundreds of miles out into the Nevada desert every single day. Instead, you'll get up and drive to a secret parking lot at Las Vegas's McCarran International Airport. This is what all Area 51 personnel do every single day. Through a very secretive fence, you're shuttled onto a Janet Airlines plane. You may never have heard of Janet Airlines, and that's because it's the secret airline used for Area 51 employees. Janet is said to stand for just another non-existent terminal. But Janet airplanes can be identified by a red strip of paint going along the aircraft's windows. So you'll get into one of these planes and then take off. After 15 minutes, your plane's transponder will be turned off. This means you can't be tracked by any flight trackers. You will then be dropped off at the Area 51 base. Then it's time to depart the plane and start work. So what does an Area 51 employee really do? Well, unsurprisingly, there's many different jobs one can do at Area 51. It's safe to say though that most of the jobs are involved in aviation. Over the years, Area 51 has been a testing ground for Air Force planes. Some of these planes are very secretive and are manned by humans. For example, the SR-71 Blackbird plane was tested at Area 51. This bomber plane was super secret. It was used from 1964 to 1999, and it was used in aerial reconnaissance missions, gathering information about the Soviet Union. But Area 51 employees are also tasked with testing unmanned drones. This is now the preferred way the USA drops bombs on people. Famously, the MQ-9 Reaper plane, also known as Predator B, was tested at Area 51. This is remotely controlled. It's currently used in Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq. There's no human beings in this plane, but you can see what goes on thanks to the camera mounted on it. According to ex-employees, most of the testing at Area 51 involves drones. For example, recently Area 51 tested some drone swarms. This was when fighter jets deployed many tiny drones. It's similar to the swarm in the video game Call of Duty, and many other classified future drones have also been seen around the base. Right now, Area 51 is being used to test things like Scan Eagle's softer side. This is a miniature UAV drone. This will be used for recon missions by the USA, spying on other countries. Another piece of aviation being tested at Area 51 is Kratos' Killer Wingman. This is a new class of unmanned aerial systems. It's basically a mix of drones and fighter jets. Unmanned helicopters are also being tested, for example the Skeldar V200. This will likely be used by the US Navy and NATO. Elbit Systems' Sky Striker is also being tested at Area 51. This is a small airplane-shaped UAV, and it will be able to gather intelligence and also make precision strikes. So, as an Area 51 employee, most of your day will be testing out these pieces of unmanned aviation. It's also believed that future Army weapons are tested at Area 51. In January of 2020, the US Army announced they would be testing out the Smash Scope. This is said to be a guaranteed hit smart scope, meaning that you'll always hit your target. It's basically aimbot in real life, which is pretty scary. All of these things will likely be being tested at Area 51. Other jobs at Area 51 are more mundane. Like any other workplace, Area 51 needs lots of cleaners, cooks, and maintenance staff. All of these cleaners and cooks will also be flown in on Janet Airlines every single day. However, they will be kept on a very tight leash. They won't be able to go out onto the airfield and see all of these secretive planes. You need security clearance simply to go to other parts of the Area 51 base. And you'll be being watched over by real people and surveillance cameras 24/7. Not only that, you'll be bound by the Defense Secrets Act of 1911, and also the Espionage Act of 1917. This means that you won't be able to say anything which could breach national security. And if you say any government secrets, then you'll find yourself in prison for a long time. Some Area 51 employees may actually not work for the US government. It's said the US Army employs more than 1 million contractors. So Area 51 employees may work for firms like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, or General Dynamics. Also, like any good secret base, Area 51 employs many security guards. These security guards are also flown in on Janet Airlines. However, they work in many shifts because Area 51 is guarded 24/7. Not only are there cameras and motion sensors all around the base, but there are also many people known as camo dudes. These are security guards who drive around in white Ford trucks. They're called camo dudes because they dress in camouflage. But if you go anywhere near the base, you'll find these camo dudes driving right up to you and sometimes telling you to get off the area. Last year, Dutch YouTubers were arrested by camo dudes when they tried to storm Area 51. As signs all around Area 51 point out, if you go onto the base, then they will shoot at you. That's because when it comes to camo dudes, lethal force is authorized. But you're probably wondering one thing. What about the aliens and UFOs inside Area 51? Rumors of aliens in Area 51 have been going on for years. So far, we don't have any concrete proof. But Bob Lazar is a man who claims to be an ex-employee of Area 51. A few years back, the 60-year-old engineer told the world that he'd worked on UFOs at Area 51. He first said this on TV anonymously in 1989, but he's recently gone public with his identity. He said that while working at Area 51, he reverse-engineered many UFOs. But it said that pretty much all of the testing in Area 51 goes on underground. Only when planes and other things have been declassified do they actually go above ground. Also, most testing goes on at night, meaning that satellites won't be able to capture it. But no matter what your job is, after a long day at around 6 p.m, you'll get into a Janet airline. You will then fly back to McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas, Nevada. You'll then drive home like any other worker, kick back and relax, only to wake up and do the same thing over and over again. It's a weird commute and an even weirder job. It really makes me want to go and hang out by McCarran International Airport. Maybe I could stop someone coming off a Janet plane and say, "What do you do?" Even though they would never be able to tell me the temptation is real. So that's the typical day of an Area 51 employee. I hope you enjoyed this video, but now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below, would you like to work at Area 51, and if so, in what capacity? If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.